HLHS affects both of us, so I'm going to answer for me. Starting at the beginning, HLHS has stolen a lot from us. I wasn't able to celebrate my pregnancy because they were asking me to plan her funeral, because if we lost her it would be so much harder to plan it whilst going through the grieving process. So instead of having a baby shower, I was planning a funeral. Instead of doing up a nursery, I wasn't able to order anything. We bought a cheap cot and a cheap pram, and that was it, because they said, you know, you don't want to go home and have all this baby stuff and then it not be used by your child. And I definitely agreed with that, and I'm glad that I didn't, just in case. But it did take out some of the joy that you're meant to have in preparing for a baby. It also stole me seeing my daughter enter the world, because she was in such a critical condition and in the wrong hospital. I didn't meet her till she was 36 hours old, which I've explained in a previous video this month. I also didn't ever get to do skin-to-skin contact with her. We were in hospital for 6 months and we were never given privacy, and she wasn't able to be held against my chest because of all the wires and things. So I never got skin-to-skin contact with her. She was always sort of in the crook of my arm, sort of on my lap. I would have loved to have been able to have held her closer to me and to have actually spent some time alone with her, to bond with her. It's definitely made it harder for me to make friends, because if I talk to healthy mums, they don't really understand what I'm going through and it just doesn't feel comfortable. But on the bright side, it's also made me realise how short life is, and that even though there are so many things that I'd like to do in life, like say I wanted to do something that was relatively expensive, I could spend a month, 2 months, 3 months, a whole year saving up for this one thing and miss a whole year of memories, or I could do the little things along the way instead. And I've got to this point where I don't plan too far ahead, and I try and find lots of things for us to do, new experiences, and I try to just do as much as I can with my life in any way that I can. Definitely a lot of things that I dream big of doing and don't think that I will be able to. For example, Dawn Louise, her travelling is really hard. I've always dreamt of going to Canada and to Tokyo, and unfortunately I have had to say goodbye to those dreams because it is very unlikely that I'll be able to travel with Dawn Louise, and I would not want to leave her behind so I could go even when she's older, because I don't want her to feel like she's missing out on loads in life. So I feel like the best thing for me to do is just make new dreams and focus on things that we can do together.